Hi everyone and welcome. Thanks for joining this session around loyalty and more specifically cracking loyalty in Mobility Hub. What works, what fails and why. I'm Greg from FLYX and I'm joined today by Jente Govart from Dover Fueling Solution. Hi Jente.
Hi Greg, hi Edward, hi people.
Hi. Jente has built a strong international career in the petro energy and retail technology sector, combining deep expertise in product management, projects delivery, and software leadership. And we are very glad to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Our second speaker is Edward Scrivener, partner manager at FLYX. Hi, Edward.
Hey Greg, hey Jente, hello everyone.
Yeah, Edward. Edward, from his side, has a background in psychology and works in the food and retail industry for years now. He's building a strong partner ecosystem at FLYX in order to provide the best solution to the market. So, everyone, before starting this session, just a quick note. You can drop your questions, technical issues. Sorry. Okay, Lilian. I hope you will manage it. If anyone else has technical issues, you can tell us. Can you tell us if you hear us first? If you are connected, I can hear you. That's great. Ben is typing. All fine for me. Okay, cool. Hi everyone, hi Ben, hi Lilian. That's very good news. We can start. So as I wanted to say, we will collect. You can ask all your questions in the chat on the bottom right. We will collect them and answer them everything, but at the end of the session. So don't hesitate to ask all your questions. Us or experts are there to help you to answer it, but at the end of the session. Let's start with the agenda we prepared for you. We'll start with a quick company's presentation, then introduce the importance of loyalty in the mobility industry. After that, we will deep dive into a big chapter, which is about the basement of omnichannel loyalty. Chapter 4 will be a concentrate of costly mistakes to avoid, but also good practices to steal. And last chapter will be around the data, why it is so important in the world of real personalization. We really hope that you will enjoy and appreciate the content. We worked hard on it, so let's go. Next slide. Let's start with the company introduction. Edward, if you can please start by introduce FLYX.
Of course, I love introducing FLYX. Well, just so everybody knows, we're a company based in Belgium, and we started over a decade ago as a custom development company. And we worked with very large chains in the food and retail sector, and we quickly realized that these large chains were looking for two products, en fait. An order management system to orchestrate their digital sales channel, and an omnichannel loyalty engine, meaning connected to the POS and accessible on all sales channels. We've really helped the food sector and retail sector to mature very fast. And as everybody can see, when you go into these shops, you have convenience at every level, instant gratification and identification. And then, probably half a decade ago, a bit more, we looked at the petrol sector and convenience stores and forecourts, and we realized it was the same issues that our solutions could actually help with. Therefore, we started working with chains like Tamor, like Eni, like Total. And from that, we developed this partnership with Dover and ended up here on a webinar with Jente.
Perfect. Thanks, Edward. Very clear. Jente, we give you the floor to introduce a giant in the industry, Dover Fueling Solutions.
Yeah, we are DFS indeed. Yeah, DFS, if you don't know us, yeah, we're a leading technology provider in the fueling sector. We are a part of a $1.9 billion company for clean energy and fueling segments. And we're selling our products in 115 different countries. And we provide solutions below the ground, above the ground, and in the sky. So yeah, cloud solution, as we can call it. That's what DFS is doing. So one of the things where we are partnering together with FLYX is our DFS ordering kiosk, powered by FLYX. We are partnering with them to bring this full solution together to the market.
Exactly. Perfect. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jente. All right, let's dive into the real heart of that session. Before we go any further, But Jente, can you set the stage for us? Why does loyalty matter so much in the mobility industry today?
Yeah, let's start with the reality check. So first of all, the margins on fuels, they are very, very, very small. So typically only a few cents per liter. But of course, when customers go fueling and they go inside for coffee, a sandwich, or maybe go for the car wash, the margin on these are way bigger. So it easily jump to 25, 40%, or maybe even more. So the job of loyalty, which we're discussing today, is not only about retention, but it's about conversion. It's what's making the customer move from the pump to the shop, to the food, to the car wash, to do something extra on the forecourt. Or as we like to say, your pump fills the tanks, but loyalty fills your basket.
Exactly, Jente.
Mm.
And to add to that, loyal customer typically spend around 29% more per basket and come back 20 to 33% more often. But here is the thing: getting close to these results isn't as simple as handing out, say, physical saving card. Edward, let's talk about what today customer actually expect in terms of loyalty.
Of course, well, as Yenta said, the real margins are in the shop or in the car wash. But as soon as they get into the shop, you're not actually competing with other fuel brands. You're competing with the customer experience they're used to having. So you're competing with the McDonald's of the world, the Starbucks of the world, the Carrefours, the Amazons that give absolute convenience in digital sales channels, but they also give identification at every level, and they don't have a physical discount card. You can identify, you'll have, quick rewards, you'll have a gamified system, and as soon as you get into that shop, that's what people have gotten used to because the other sectors have got so mature. And we help them get that mature and are bringing our solutions with Dover to help everybody understand how to fill the basket.
Exactly, Edward. Customers have been trained by the best. No, the big question is, how does that translate to the forecourt? Jente, you've been working closely with forecourt
Mhm.
operators on this. Can you explain how this shift is actually turning into a new opportunity for them?
Yeah, let's say there is some kind of transition or changing things in the forecourt, and it's moving faster than it was in the past. So especially if you think about things like EV, electrical vehicle charging. So in the past, you go fueling, you fuel up your car, and that's it. You're done in 3 minutes. You fuel and you go. But if you think about EV and clean energy and things like that, especially EV, you're even forced to stay at least 30 minutes on the site or even more. So there's no this short idle time. That's something different, but it creates an opportunity for profit. So if you think about these 30 minutes or more, yeah, that gives an opportunity for the customer to go inside the shop for coffee, to eat something, food, or whatever. So if you think about loyalty, if your loyalty system is smart enough to use it to recognize that customer, you reward them instantly and make a relevant offer for that specific customer while they're waiting. That's actually, if you compare it to the previous thing that Edward explained, what the customer is used to and they're also expecting this kind of behavior, let's say it like that. So what they expect at first, instant rewards. It is, they don't need to wait for weeks to see really added value for their loyalty. And second, seamless recognition. They expect that the site or the system can recognize you as being a customer easily at the pump, at the kiosk, inside the shop, at the car wash system, or wherever, everywhere on the forecourt. And this will result in a more personalized offer. So an offer that's really specific for you as a customer, and not a generic offer that's suits for everyone. It's really for you. So actually, in short, customer nowadays, they expect one connected experience for you, for all the sites, for you personalized. So loyalty is no longer about, yeah, just purely connecting points and redeeming it. It's more about having this unified journey across your fuel, shop, food, and charging your car.
Yeah, definitely, Jente. And indeed, but to make that happen, your system have to talk to each other. And that's where it starts to get tricky. And that's exactly what we'll explore next. How to build the foundation of a true omnichannel loyalty. Edward, can you please first tell us maybe what does omnichannel means?
Absolutely. It's a word that we've been using for years, but maybe people are new to it. And what it means is what we're building with the other sectors. It's really we can identify at every touch point and we can identify the clients and contact him with loyalty offers that are pertinent to him. This means it's not just the pump, it's not just the shop, it's not just the car wash, it's all of them, meaning with the same loyalty rules, with the same offers, with the same identification. That's the real omni-channel experience, is you really have the impression that the brand is he knows you, knows what you like, and you can access him whenever you want and wherever you want. So that's the omni-channel idea. But as Greg said, it's a technically very complicated if you do it in the wrong way. But we'll explain what the right way would be and what worked in other sectors with our solutions. Oh yeah,
Indeed.
and
And yeah, and on
and
the
so I
opposite
can maybe I can
of yeah,
define.
sorry. Yeah, let's go. Sorry, Edward. Yeah, you can.
No, it's okay. I can define what a fragmented loyalty program is because we've seen it many times and we've tried to help that. A fragmented loyalty program starts with disconnected systems, but it also has disconnected loyalty rules, meaning in the shop you're getting points that you can spend on certain rewards, but at the pump you actually have a discount card. That will create confusion. What also would be a fragmented loyalty program is the customer is fueling and gaining points, let's say at the pump, but he can't spend it in the shop. He's going to get confused because for him, it's the same company that's doing it and he won't understand. Or even worse, a fragmented loyalty program is he's used to spending coupons and offers in a shop, and then he goes into another shop and he can't burn his rewards. And this is because different POS systems, different technologies. In the end, disconnected systems create disconnected clients and frustration and not recognizing the brand as it should be.
Thanks, Edward. And let's take an easy example, maybe to explain you how it works technically speaking. It will be easier for later to better understand when it's going to be more complex, actually. So, Jento, maybe can you explain us this slide here and why an integration between the POS and the loyalty engine is needed, and what are actually the different calls between both machines?
Yeah, indeed. As you see, this is not, let's say, the easy one flow charge, but the message is the first and critical step to make a successful loyalty program is to connect your loyalty engine to your POS system, to your POS system. And why is that? Because the POS system, that's actually middle of your site. That's the heart where every transaction is taking place. It's where everything comes together. So if you sell a product or you go fueling or payments, and not to forget, of course, interaction with the real cashier, with the customer. So that's where the heart, everything has come together. If you think about it, if you connect your loyalty engine to that POS system where all the data is already there, everything is collected in structured and clean data automatically. So if you have this integration directly with the POS system and your loyalty engine, you can collect the data from your POS system and make a more intelligent loyalty system eventually. If you do that, out of the system where every data from these different channels come together, that will be a difference between a loyalty data or loyalty program that's just a simple discount tool, giving discount if you have certain points, compared to a loyalty system that really drives business intelligence that can do more than just gaining and redeeming points. And the message is, if you don't have the connectivity between the POS system and the loyalty system, your loyalty data is fragmented. You get it from different channels, from different let's say, structures, different information from different places. So as a result, you will see only parts of the complete puzzle and you will miss the full picture. And that's something crucial if you really want to have your power of your loyalty engine.
Yeah, yeah, very clear, Jente, indeed. And that's actually the easy example. Loyalty at the till. I mean, every companies to retail brands already, enfin, does it more or less today. But Edward, can you maybe now explain us how a fuel retailer, sorry, uh, he can add if he wants to add a self-ordering kiosk and still make their loyalty program work on it, how it is working actually?
Yeah, of course. Well, we've done it many times in this sort of omni-channel journey of the transformation of shops and brands. Well, of course, you're going to add in more touch points, be it a kiosk, a mobile application. The thing is, and the mistake we've seen many times, is that companies are going to take one provider for the POS, one for the loyalty engine, and then another for the self-ordering checkout or the ordering kiosk. What this adds is that, okay, you've connected your POS to your loyalty engine, but now you have to connect your self-ordering kiosk to your POS to inject, because it's showing all the products, but it's going to have to inject back into your reporting. That's one connector to create. And then after, for the loyalty program to be accessible on this ordering kiosk, because you want to be omni-channel, if they wanted to access on the kiosk, of course you can. You have to create another connector between the loyalty engine and the self-ordering checkout. So these connectors are very useful, but they take time to put in place. Often they cost money, and they add risk into your ecosystem. The more connectors you have, well, the more places you could have a mistake, a bug, or even a problem between the systems communicating with each other. And I'll add maybe even a layer is that we collect all this data, and then you're going to have to create another connector to a CRM to use the data. So we can see how complex this becomes. And again, I've only been talking about one new digital sales channel.
Yeah, exactly. So now imagine if you want to go further. And no, this slide, oof, this one is scary. Don't be afraid. It's normal. You will see why it's actually the opposite of what to do, but it's important to visualize it. All the red lines. So these are the connectors, as you have seen before, and you need to manage if you want to go digital and add new ordering channels. So, for example, a web app for the click and collect table ordering, the mobile app click and collect, the home delivery because you would like to be on the different delivery third parties, etc. And food is already one of your biggest revenue drivers, and going digital is just a matter of time. Soon you will be competing with food brands, and they've been actually digital for years now. So let's say you start small. You add, as Edward said, a self-ordering kiosk into your different forecourts, and you look for providers. Compare a few, pick one. Maybe it's the best one, maybe it's the cheapest one. Everything, voilà, it's your key decision factors. Everything works fine. It's okay. It's not that complex. It's a bit complex, as Edward as introduced, but it's not that complex. Then 2 years ago, 2 years later, you want to add a web app, for example, table ordering or a click and collect solution. Actually, just like many of our clients do with burgers or pizza that they do inside their restaurant forecourt. So again, you look for new providers and you have to build new connectors between the POS and the web solution. It's the number 5 here. And again, your between your mobile web app and your loyalty engine is the number 8. So voilà, it's more and more layers that you need to add, more connectors, because otherwise your customer actually can't enjoy the same loyalty benefits everywhere. And it's the minimum today that they can accept, even if it's, you can say, we are not specialized into the retail sector. You are competing with everybody, and if voilà, that's the minimum that they can have. So they want to gain their points. They want to use their coupons on the kiosk, on at the till, etc. So that needs to work everywhere. But you will need to pay for more connectors. It will take time, and it will be actually very expensive. Fast forward a few years. Now you want to be on the delivery platform like Uber Eats or Deliveroo, etc. Same story, more connectors, more complexity, more cost. Voilà. And at that point, actually, you have entered on this visualization what we call a fragmented ecosystem. So it's a real technological nightmare. Every improvement takes time, costs more, depends on other vendors because you will have different providers here, and actually you will also depend on the roadmaps of every vendor. So to evolve, it's going to be really, really complicated. And a big plus or minimum, all these connectors actually increase your security risks. So it's more potential breaches, more data leak, and more points where something can go wrong. And actually, the worst part, when something doesn't work, let's say, take the example of a coupon that doesn't work, that doesn't apply correctly on a kiosk. It's a mess to find the root cause. And so maybe Edward, in this kind of setup, so this example of fragmented ecosystem, who's actually responsible, and when that happens, actually.
I know, it's very pertinent, and we saw it many times in the other sectors, is when this coupon doesn't work and you have to try and find the root cause, and you have tried to progress through this omnichannel journey and you think you're doing really well, but of course you'll get bugs once in a while. Well, the coupon doesn't work, so you go to your POS provider and goes, is there a bug with the POS? Did somebody change something? Then you go to your loyalty provider and you go, okay, well, the POS says it's fine. Is it a problem with you? Is there a bug? Is it off? And then he goes, no, it's not me. And then you go to your kiosk provider. Again, this is an example with one digital sales channel. And the kiosk provider is going to go, well, it might be me, but I'm not exactly sure. So this is where you get into these like 2-3 week debates. And what we've seen between partners is everybody gets along until there's a bug, and everybody loves throwing the responsibility of a bug to somebody else instead of going, well, it's me. So here we have 3, but if you have all the sales channels, you have 9 possibilities in 3 different providers of where the problem might be. And this is what we're trying to avoid, because you have one shop, okay, you have 30 shops, and this coupon doesn't work. It's a major problem, because this coupon is part of your loyalty strategy. Your loyalty program was to drive revenue and generate data. So on a very large scale, so getting into this sort of fragmented ecosystem, or even worse, you have many different POSs in your chain. Getting into that will be a headache. You'll have to hire people. You'll lose a bit of sleep. That is for sure. Right?
Yeah, indeed, and feel like the guy on the image, indeed.
Yeah.
And as you said, you also break the confidence that you have built between your brand and your customers, because when something goes wrong, yeah, it's just a question of confidence. So you need to make things right, and not voilà. And this is a way to do it. But the good news, you have a huge advantage as fuel retailers, petrol energy companies, mobility hub, etc. Because the food and the retail industries have already made all these mistakes, and you can learn from them and make the right choices today. So by savings actually hundreds of thousands of euros and avoiding those painful moments when system disconnects, no one knows where the issue is coming from, as Edward explained. So Jente, to avoid to be in such situation, what would you advise? Which successful ecosystem fuel brands should apply for their networks? Voilà, what do you propose?
Yeah, actually, I want to add something on the previous slides, but actually, you
Yeah,
already
I do.
explained exactly what we are facing, and exactly sounds very familiar. All these different issues with the different providers and customers, and sometimes even competitors, that they suddenly need to work together, and they just all point to the other. It's not my fault,
Right.
and they want to prove it's not my fault, and it takes ages before we get a solution, and that doesn't help anyone, and certainly not, the customer.
Yeah, no, very
So
good point, Jente.
indeed important, if we think about this complete picture, is not about setting it up, but also about what's the preferred ecosystem or the IT architecture that you should have to make it easier for now and also in the future. So we see there 3 different points. One is on top, bottom left. So there should be preferably one POS system that orchestrates everything. That needs to be your transaction for the transaction hub for the fuels, for the shop, food, clean energy, car wash, EV, and so on, where everything can come together. So there's one channel where everything and data is the same structure and connected to a different system. So the less different POS systems you have, the less connectors, as you've seen in the previous slides explained by Edward, you will need to have with different parties. So reduce the complexity there, make it simplify the IT architecture and the different parties that are needed. So find the POS systems that suits for your needs. So, for instance, I know the Prisma POS system, of course, from DFS, they have the different channels already connected at once. So this is one example that could suit for your needs.
Yeah.
A second one, at the right, you see the OMS, that stands for the Order Management System. This is actually a layer that connects the different channels, the orders channels, such as order kiosk or our website, the mobile app, home delivery, or whatever will be there in the future. That can orchestrate everything on one direct channel. That can talk to the POS system, but also to your loyalty system to make sure that the connections between the systems are easily and transparent and not with all these different ways to connect to each other. So if you have a kind of a middleware which simplifies and let's say orchestrates everything, that's what you need to build and scale digital order channels, especially in the future. And the third one, that's the loyalty engine. That's, let's say, a unified engine that manages your the rewarding, personalization, campaign rules if you want to do something special for a period or whatever for the different channels. So we're looking for a loyalty engine, which is, of course, with an API to make the connection for a complete set of loyalty features, such as coupons or rewarding, point management, but also, of course, membership and so on.
Yeah.
So in total, if they all work together, the three different parts, that eliminates the need for this multi-vendor spaghetti and complexity and different flows and different features and capabilities, and especially if we need to change something. If you have it easier, that's easier to manage, it's more scalable, and it's also important, is ready for next innovation, not now, but in the future, to prepare for that, to extend easier, but also faster and easier and better go for market.
Very clear. Thanks, Jente. And indeed, these three pillars are the solid basement of your IT and digital ordering ecosystem that is the future-proof and will let you manage the future with ease. And that's what Edward is going to show you now on this slide.
Definitely, but I think Jens explained it very well. You need,
Indeed.
to avoid all of these problems, you need a POS system like Prisma that can do absolutely all the transactions, be it your fuel, your shop, your car wash. You connect to that a middleware like an order management system from FLYX that will take all the products, give you the white label front ends, be it the kiosk, the web app. You can actually use them and then re-inject it back into the POS. And then, of course, this is why we're building it with DFS, to have all the loyalty layer on every single one of these channels. So you don't have all these providers. You don't have to find a new provider for a new loyalty feature. You want coupons, rewards, rankings, subscriptions. We're specialists in this, and we will always be at the forefront of this. I think the main point is instead, when the problem does arise, instead of having all these different providers, you only have to look at three places, and you have to talk to two providers that are partners and discuss on a daily basis. So it'll either be a problem with the connector between FLYX Loyalty and Prisma, or a problem between the connection of the OMS and Prisma, or the link we have between all three. So this is to avoid the spaghetti, as Jente was saying, and to avoid any headaches and have fast resolution, but also the full package on all channels and be able to use all the knowledge accumulated in other sectors, avoid their problems, and accelerate a lot faster than probably your competitors.
Thanks, Edward. And indeed, what a difference compared to a fragmented ecosystem. So this section was quite full of learnings. Let's recap them with these few takeaways. So fragmented equal frustrated. POS integration is the first building block. Adding an OMS unlocks true omnichannel, built on three pillars, so POS, OMS, and one loyalty engine. So we still have two chapters, and I see that we are running a bit of time, so we really apologize of it. For that we have a lot of things to say. We will do the do's and don'ts right now, and then finish with the end. So it's going to take let's say I think 10 to 15 minutes more. So just but we really encourage you to stay because it's going to be really insightful right now. Sorry if we take a bit time on your lunchtime. It was not the goal, but if you have to leave, you will get the replay too, so no worries about that, but please stay with us. So let's quickly go on to the loyalty do's and don'ts and let's start directly with the don'ts. We will make a kind of ping pong with our experts right now. Let's start with the don't number one, Jente.
Don't number one is don't use too many different POS systems. not only on one side, but we're also talking about your network at different locations, sites where you can have different POS systems. So if you start with different POS systems, first it looks to be good, flexible, nice to have, that's good. But later on, if you try or modify something with your loyalty program for your network, then the integration cost for having the different POS system adjusted and the project manager comes along with it, the cost will greatly increase. So the message is to unify your POS system early. It will save a lot of development and project management needs for the different parties.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't number 2, Edward.
Yeah, what we learned in the other sectors is don't make really complex point systems. If somebody spends 50 euros, gets 50 points, and you create a reward, let's say, of a coffee at 500 points, you're actually telling your client you have to spend 500 euros for a €2 coffee. They're not that stupid. They won't like it, and it really shouldn't be done. But
Yeah, number 3, and thanks.
Yeah, the channel restricted programs. So the message is a channel, the loyalty needs to work everything in your forecourt. So you don't want loyalty only on your pump. You don't only want loyalty at a store or different. You want one loyalty system that can be used for every channel or every method on your forecourt.
Very clear. Don't number 4, Edward.
yeah, just having the fleet card or the physical cards, of course, it's been working for many years, but you're missing out on so much data, and you're not going into this omnichannel world that others will. We want all the touch points so we know when, where, and what they buy.
Yeah, thanks. Number 5, Jente.
Yeah, 5 generic permanent discounts. So customer in the past was something else that's old fashioned. Customer not really engaged. Hey, you get just, if you're loyalty, you get 3 cents per liter. That's not real loyalty. It's just reduce some margin. So focus on added value and not just on price erosion.
Indeed. And to finish, number 6, Edward.
Yeah, people are used to the McDonald's or Starbucks of the world. They don't want to wait 3 months to get a reward. Generally, it's rewards that come very fast to push them back in. They might be coming to a shop every day. It's even things based on the season. You know, you have to get into the sort of gamified way and not, I'm spending 4 months to get, you know, a €4 coffee and a bagel.
Great, guys. Thanks. Now let's jump into the good practices for loyalty program. Let's start with you, Jente, number 1.
First, instant rewards and the quick wins. You're looking for something that's quick. So, for instance, buy a sandwich and you get a free coffee. It is now, it is simple, it's immediate, and it's effective. Why it is working? You get an action-reaction method during the same visit.
Yeah, indeed, very good. Number 2, Edward.
Yeah, we want to get them in the shop. We want to understand them. So here with the loyalty engine in the ecosystem we presented, you can actually cross-sell. So they can gain points or they gain coupons at the fuel that they can spend in the bakery, in the restaurant. The point is to get them into the shop, or if they don't want the shop, to get them into the car wash.
Yeah, this one is very good, but as we explained before, it's very complicated to put it in place. But yeah, indeed. Number 3, Jente.
Omnichannel loyalty. The idea is that you want one loyalty system or one account or one ID to recognize you as a customer, both at the different channels, so at the pump, kiosk, in your mobile app, at the till, or wherever. One customer journey. Why it is working? There is one unified, identified track to reward, to get a customer and the reward across the multiple touch points. This built in a complete picture for your loyalty system of the real customer behavior. And that's really something you need to do.
Yeah, indeed. Edward, number 4.
Yes, generalized coupons like a 2+1 or two Red Bulls, you get one free is a thing of the past. Only the people that drink Red Bull will actually use that. We want to give that very powerful promotion to the people that drink Red Bull. And we want to give the personalized one on coffee for the coffee drinkers, not the generic one. So personalizing comes from data, but we can accumulate that.
Yes, Yen, number 5.
Yeah, that's about the gamification. Actually, gamification, that means increasing the customer involvement. So, for example, you want to encourage or give a loyalty thing or promotion. If you visit the same location 2 times this week, you get, for instance, a free snack. Or if you do a carwash combo together with the snack in your store or whatever it is, you get additional bonus points. And why it is working, you challenge your customer, but it needs to be short things where they want to do something extra, keeping the customer engaged without the need to do something huge, need to do something small, And there's no need to give big discounts. They do something small and they gain something small. There's really involving the customer, having additional loyalty.
Right. Yeah, indeed. And our last one and a big one.
The subscription. So yeah, so this is a loyalty feature that we can see that is really taking off in the petrol sector. Let's say with Circle K Norway, they had a very innovative idea of doing a yearly subscription and people get one coffee a day for free. Or let's say Shell and Maxwell that are doing, if you pay a monthly subscription, you can actually have as many car washes as you want. And we love this idea and we think it's really going to work because what you're playing on is, well, you get predictive recurrent revenue, which is good, but you're playing on creating a habit. You're going from transactional loyalty, I am paying a bit less, to emotional loyalty. Instead of him getting up and going, I need cheap fuel, he's going, well, I've paid for this coffee, I like this coffee, and it's waiting for me, so I'm going to go to that shop. Same thing, I'm used to washing my car 3 times a month, and I like this car wash, so I'm going to go there. So this idea of subscription, it is, will be really useful, we think, in the petrol sector.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. Very good point. That's something that is used by other brands actually, more in the north of Europe, like Circle K, etc. Yeah, they do it. Thank you very much, guys. Very insightful. Let's now jump in the last part. No, first, sorry, the key takeaway of this chapter. So loyalty is on the cost center when done right. It's a revenue engine powered by smart design. Cool. Let's start the last chapter, which is really important and really interesting. So, Edward, you can go ahead and tell us actually why loyalty data is also that important.
And why the omnichannel ecosystem is really important is because we did it in the other sectors. And the point is the data you accumulate. It's cool to see in your reporting, I've made this many sales, but with a loyalty program that is accessible everywhere, you're going to get a lot of people that are using it because it's easier access and they all have their convenient way of going. But as soon as they identify themselves, I know who bought what, where, and when of it. And this is when you go from data that's just, put in silos that nobody knows how to use to actually insights. And your marketing team will love the fact that they can actually have data to understand what the clients actually want. And the main, great thing about this, and we see Uber, we see Amazon, we see all these big companies that are amazing at it, it's personalization. You give coffee lovers coffee, you give the Red Bull guys, you give them Red Bull discounts, and then you can actually see if you're giving a generic Red Bull discount, but 40% of your people are buying tea, you're not actually, using your loyalty program effectively, and that's what it's there for. We have lifecycle automation, of course. We don't want to push a minus 30% coupon to all your clients because the minus 30% is a very aggressive coupon. Now you know when they're identified, give them something to reward. They haven't come in a month, you reactivate with a minus 5% coupon. They haven't come back in 6 months. You know this guy used to buy a lot of Red Bull. You push in that minus 30% aggressive. And as I said, Uber is a great example and are very good at it. The cross-sell logic, it's not rocket science in many ways. If I know this person comes to my petrol station every week to refuel and he comes at 9 in the morning, well, I'm going to push a bakery coupon. If he doesn't take the bakery coupon at minus 10% and not minus 20%, then you push a coupon for the car wash because the guy clearly has already eaten in the morning. See what I mean? The personalization, the cross-sell, and of course, the measurement of it. Yes, subscriptions are great too, but the measurement of what is the return on investment, the discounts and rewards that I'm giving. You really go from it's kind of guesswork, this kind of works, to this makes me money, and it makes me money because I have the data for it. And it's very important. And if we don't do it now, in the end, the competitors will do it. And in 5 years, we're still going to have to do the whole omni-channel journey, essentially to have clean data that we can use to generate insights. So that is the end goal, I think, for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, indeed, very clear, Edward. And as a key takeaway, loyalty isn't just about rewards; it's your data foundation for personalization and measurable ROI. We are ending up this session, and as a conclusion, we wanted to collect and make a kind of recap of all the key takeaways that you will really leave with you. So number one, the fragmented equal frustrated. So unified is really key, and mainly for your industry. You are doing so many different jobs. You are competing in the food, in the retail, in the fuel. But voilà, simplify your life. You will be definitely. It's going to be an added value in the future. post integration is the first building block, as Jente explained. Adding an order management system unlocks true omnichannel, as we all explained during this session. That was really the big point, because loyalty is connected to the channels, to the ordering channels. So that's really important. Build on three pillars, as Jent explained. One POS, that's the best. One OMS, one LT engine, and you will be future-proof for the future. Loyalty isn't a cost center when done right. And the last one, loyalty isn't just about rewards, it's your data foundation for personalization. So voilà, it's no time for questions. If you have any, you can put it in the chat. If everything was clear, I will simply close the session in 2-3 minutes. I'll take the time right now to already thank, or I'm gonna in the chat. There is nothing yet. So already, thank you very much, Jente and Edward, for your participation. I think that we've done a great session. Sorry, because I see that we've taken 11 minutes more. So really, thank you. We apologize for that. But to be honest, I I was scared that it was way more when I saw the timing. So I'm quite happy at the end. So voilà. Thanks a lot, everybody. I see Lilian typing, so we will maybe wait. And for the rest, have to leave. But thank you for this presentation. Intriguing shows the challenges we have with a very defragmented network. Indeed, yeah, I see Lilian, René, that you have understood the key message. Indeed, no question, Lilian. Perfect. Thank you very much. I think that it means that we've done a good job then. If you have, of course, IDs that pop-ups, questions that pop-ups, you know where to contact us. You can go on the FLYX website. So it's www.flix.cloud. You can find us also on LinkedIn. You can contact us directly. It's Gregory at flix.cloud, Edward at flix.cloud, and Jente is also available through the website of Dover, which is very well known, I guess. So don't hesitate. You can contact us. Thanks a lot, guys. I wish you a very good lunch. Thanks, Edward. Thanks, Jente. And
That's great.
thank you,
Thanks.
everybody, for the
Thanks
participation.
everyone for being
Thanks for
present.
coming.
I wish you a very good day. Bye-bye.
Bye
Bye,
guys.
Greg.
Bye.
See ya.